So I'm just sitting here on Bear Mountain Road. I got about 2.5 more miles until I get to the trailhead. So, loving another amazing road walk. Yeah, I'm just sitting here taking a break and filling out the CDT class of 2019 roster because I hadn't done that yet. And this guy rolls up on his mountain bike, and he was probably in his 60s or 70s. And he's like, "Hey, my name's George. I just want to let you know, like, you inspire me, and everything, like, that you're doing this." And he was like, "Where are your friends?" And I was like, "I don't really have any friends." And he goes, "No, I saw you around town with a couple of guys yesterday." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, like, I think they're a couple miles behind me." But that was cool. And then he takes off, and then he comes back, and he's like, "I have a donation to give you." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "No, I'm gonna give you these crackers." So he was like, "They got protein and carbs in them." He's like, "They'll be good for you." And I was like, "Okay, I really appreciate it." So anyway, making an impression. I want to call it Gila or Gila, but it's Gila. I also think that if they wanted to pronounce it Gila, they should have spelled it with a J, not a G. But anyway, as I was walking out of town, I hadn't been out of the hotel for 5 minutes, and I'm just walking on the road, or on the sidewalk rather, and this little old woman, like 5'1" or 2 maybe, stops me, and she's like, "It's cold, I'm gonna go home and put on another jacket." And I was like, "Okay," it's like 65, and, and she was like, "I walk a lot." And I was like, "Oh God, here we go." I don't know why I'm so approachable sometimes, but strangers just love chatting with me. So, there I was for 10 minutes on the side of the road. And she was telling me about how she always wanted to hike from Mexico to Canada, but her husband never let her. So she does marathons. She walks marathons all over the country, like in every state. And she was like, "Yeah, it really keeps you young." And I was like, "That's good." And she's like, "Yeah, I used to be 185 pounds, but now I'm about 115. And I was just like, "Oh my God." I was like, "Keep up the good work." And she's like, "Yeah, and I'm 81. I was like, "Holy shit, you're 81 years old?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." I was just like, that's awesome. She still walks marathons and she's 81. But I asked her, I was like, after 10 minutes of talking, I was like, "Well, I should ask her what her name is. Like, what's your name?" And so she's wearing like normal grandma clothes, like jeans pulled up to her breast, and like a little cardigan and like a weird shirt and stuff. But she was wearing this little flat bill ball cap with a B on it. And I was like, "What's your name, by the way?" She goes, "They call me B." And I was like, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm eating all kinds out here. I'm finally on the trail, and I just stopped and had a little bit of lunch. I figured I'd show you a little bit of what I got in town to resupply, things that include more protein, nutrients, and just cleaner ingredients. Alright, so here's what I got. So don't laugh, but I am carrying a whole bag of cuties. I was really craving acid and citrus on the last leg, so that was a must-have. Got some bag of baby carrots, some Luna bars. I don't really like bars, but I do really like these lemon zest Luna bars. I don't know why, I just really enjoy them. Again, I got all of this at Walmart. I was surprised at how many hippie things they had. These roasted chickpea snacks, they were like 50 cents each, and they're super light. Stick of salami, just because I'm worried that I'm gonna get cold because I'm an idiot and sent home my puffy and didn't bring my sleeping bag liner, and just all around don't have very warm clothes. A couple bags of rice, because I was craving white rice for some reason. These tofurkey things, I took them out of the box, but you see them in like the tippy part of the refrigeration section, along with some dairy-free American and I don't even know what flavor this is cheeses, Just because I am a little bit lactose intolerant, and it does make me feel really snotty when I eat dairy products. And we all know that I don't need more snot in my face, because the last couple of days on the trail have been pretty bad. Found these puffy things. They looked healthy. They're super light. Figured why not. They'll probably suck, but anyway. These wellness high fiber wraps. Again, just trying to maintain a decent level of macronutrients and micronutrients out here. Nightcrawler and Jandals pointed these out to me. I can get 2 dinners from 1 pack. I'm pretty excited about these. I didn't even know these existed, but I'm definitely having some of this tonight. Ginger candy. I love ginger. Anyone who's had sushi with me knows I eat all the ginger. Coconut chips. Janice was eating these a couple days ago on the trail. She offered me some, and I was like, no, it sounds lame. But figured I'd get some anyway. Has good fat, and yeah, it's got good fat content. I don't know. They'll probably suck. But anyway. Got some refried beans, dehydrated. Pretty excited about those. I heard about these existing, but I couldn't find any, and I finally found some. Bagged Caesar salad. I wish I had gotten 10 of these. But I'm gonna have this with my dinner tonight, so I'm really happy. Just some of the things that I already had that I'm still bringing along with me. I have these bars that I've had since Lexington. I found these at my parents' house. This bar that baby Daryl gave me like on New Year's that I still have for some reason. Some pasta made from quinoa. I don't know why I haven't eaten this yet because it's so good. Bottle of olive oil. Apple, cinnamon, instant oats. I've just got like, I think 5 packs in there. Some drink mix. This is my drink mix bag. I got coffee, Mio. I don't even like the Mio, but I'm still carrying it. And my spice bags, which are in here. I've got salt and pepper, some bouillon cubes, and I did have nutritional yeast, but I ran out, and I really want to get some more when I get a chance. Got a bag of crushed red pepper, basil to make trail pesto, obviously. Some garlic and pepper seasoning. I know these are glass jars, and I know I'm an idiot, but I mean, whatever. And then some African spice mix that my boyfriend had that I took from the house that I haven't had yet, but I'm really excited about trying it. It's in a lock sack, so it's supposed to be smell proof, but it definitely makes like everything in my bag smell like African spice. So that's awesome. So anyway, this is a little bit what I've got. It's a lot of food to get me to Doc Campbell's because Doc Campbell's is only 50 miles away. Well, 45 now, I think. A little bit less than 45. But I just wanted to supplement what I've got coming in my resupply box. And it's going to be a long, wet stretch to Pie Town. So I just wanted to have as much selection as possible. Alright, cool. So while I was walking on the road today to get to the trailhead, it was funny because I saw this house that was sitting on top of this hill, and all the way down was the mailbox in the main road. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, if I lived there, I would definitely drive to the mailbox. And so right now I am officially in the Gila River National Forest. And to be honest, I am going so slow today, and I don't even care. I was planning on doing 20 or 25 miles today and tomorrow to get to Doc Campbell's, but I don't think I'll be able to do 20 today. I'll get close, but it has been the prettiest day on the trail so far, and I have just been soaking it all up. I sat down underneath a tree on top of a hill and called home for like an hour, called my parents and called my boyfriend. And he was out with his students today, apparently with Manad and Antonia. and apparently they had a pretty good day, so that's good. And I was talking to my mom, and she was like, well, you know what your Aunt Kathleen is telling me? And I was like, what? She's like, well, she's telling me that you should come home now. And I was like, Kathleen doesn't know anything. I knew I was going to pass it. I knew I was going to find it, but right now I am standing on the Mancos Shale. I saw it on the map earlier today, and I just didn't see it around me, but I finally found it. Pretty cool. Learned about it at field camp. Don't really remember too much, but I'm gonna read up on it, I swear. I really enjoyed University of Kentucky's geology field camp. It was 8 weeks. I think I cried every single day, which probably annoyed my roommate Meredith, but looking back on it, it was a great experience, and I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I survived. Right now, I'm approaching the Gila River Alternate. And I hear someone shooting, not too far away. It sounds like they're just doing target practice, but I just don't want to become their target that they practice on. So started the Gila River Alternate because I'm not a pussy, and just passed Connor, so I'm sure he'll be right behind me as soon as he said he's gonna have a snack or something. Yeah, alright. I'm sure it'll be fine, but looking forward to all the river crossings. So that behind me is a Forest Service law enforcement officer. I was just gonna tell you about the creek, and then he pulled up and he jumped out, and I thought I was in trouble for some reason, but I haven't done anything wrong. But he was actually super nice, and he was just like, just making sure like you're checking in with someone back at home. He's like, we get a lot of missing persons reports that aren't missing, they just haven't checked in at home and stuff. And I told him, I was like, no, I check in pretty regularly. And yeah, he was pretty impressed, and he seemed like a cool dude. I always like interacting with Forest Service employees because I kind of wish I had their job. Jam-packed with positivity. Interesting. I really hope it doesn't rain tonight, because I am not ready for the rain. It's officially raining. It's just a light sprinkle right now, but I'm really hoping that it passes over. It looks like it might. I don't know, but I don't have my stuff waterproofed right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna put my phone away and hope for the best. So I made it to Bear Spring, or Bear Creek, I guess. I'm camped on the flood bank with Jandals and Nightcrawler, and this is an awesome little creek. I'm really excited to find it and see that it is running really nicely and the water looks really clean. So yeah, I'm gonna collect some water and cook some dinner and hopefully get out early tomorrow morning.